let's go find the Triforce. It's the Zelda 64 Temple experience, an effort to rebuild one of the earliest and still unrecovered Zelda Ocarina of Time maps. This dungeon/temple in particular is famous for housing the Triforce, which of course you unfortunately could not acquire in the final build of the game. Brought to you by Polysoft, the same team that's working on the Earthbound 64/Mother 3 recreation fan project. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this area, here's what I'm talking about. The video I'm showcasing on screen is from an episode I did a few months back where we took new Zelda 64 trailer footage and combined it with existing footage to better map out this dungeon. Note the reference to which VHS the video is from on screen in the corners. Essentially, there was a master video of playthrough plus cinematics that Nintendo recorded and then chopped up and interspersed with other N64 trailers. We still haven't found the source, but I believe this is probably the best example so far of what it would have looked like completed, although it's still pretty choppy. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the recreation. We enter the dungeon with an earlier Link design. Darker hair and dark sleeves are a dead giveaway, but I'll put the final model on screen for your reference. We also have an earlier shield design, an early HUD, and the A and B buttons are switched like they were in the alpha build. And we also have the help of the handy manual jumping ability that was removed in the final game in favor of the roll. Now, first things first, we get a full heart container, which is good because you're gonna die. And die. And die. And die. This dungeon is filled with the most aggressive, in-your-face, charging enemies, all with simultaneously varying strategies. It feels like one of those early Mario Maker levels where the developers tried to make it hard just by loading it up with bad guys. Luckily, the devs do tell me that the final version will be more balanced, but as it stands, it's a pain. The dungeon itself looks great, though. Gotta keep in mind this place was likely originally a testing ground, so the developers don't really need to make it too complicated to be accurate, nor do they really have much to go on. Layout is completely guesswork. I will say that the dungeon definitely looks the part, and they did a great job here. And we're even treated to some alpha version Stalfos. Now, it's hard to visualize here because each room is kind of samey, but each new area is a big square with 3 other rooms leading and branching off of it. You explore each room to find a key and/or items to continue your quest. Now, some of these rooms you may also recognize from earlier trailers, as well as content left over from the Ocarina of Time debug ROM. As you can see here, I need a Goron bracelet to pick up this bomb flower, but there aren't any visible puzzles, so that means I need to defeat all of the enemies in the room, but not this room. It's actually not clear which room I need to do this in. This happens a few times in the demo, where the puzzle is not really a puzzle, but a room clear. And like I said, it's hard when you're getting ambushed and you don't know where to spend your effort. You'll actually waste a ton of time attempting to kill everything in sight without dying, thank you save states, only to find out you spent all of that time in the wrong room. Now, it's almost time for the Triforce room, the big finale. But before we go in, let's take one more look at the original footage that they're trying to recreate. Now here's how the devs handled the room. I especially like that you can jump and explore the geometry here. And of course, it's always very exciting to be able to be in the presence of the Triforce. So let's look at this again, but analyze it. You don't see the door close because there isn't a door closing. It just sort of seals off. Link turns all the way around instead of looking over his shoulder. The Triforce is already visible here too. In the original footage, Link opens up a box or a chest, and there are like particle effects, and the Triforce comes up and it forms itself. He has to step back and cover his eyes because it's so bright. So I feel like this demo is kind of a great first step, but it needs some of the glitter and glow, some of the spectacle of this original source footage. Having the Triforce already together when Link walks in the room kind of takes that climax and diminishes it. I do enjoy the cinematic movement of the camera, though. The water is also not moving like it is in the original. Apparently it's also not water quite yet either. Oops. And just for fun, let's see how Triforce Percent handled the Triforce room. Keep in mind that this project is taking inspiration from the Triforce room, but not attempting to be a one-to-one recreation. If you want to see this video, click the card above or the link below. So in short, this demo is a good beginning, but I do believe it needs quite a bit of work. It needs to be more engaging to play, really give the Triforce room some excitement, etc., etc. We also have several alpha enemy models that have leaked over the years that they could put in and replace their current enemies, like the Dark Nut and the Wall Master, to give it a more authentic feel. So if you'd like to support this project, make sure to check out their Discord, link in the description below, and tell them Hard4Games sent you. This Discord, by the way, is both for this project as well as the Earthbound 64/Mother 3 recreation. So thank you all again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, and don't forget we will be live doing a meet and greet at the Detroit Retro Video Game Show on November 4th. Links in the description below. See you next time. Together.